All right, so before we jump straight into things today, there's two things that I want to talk about right off the rip. Number one, I know there's a lot of YouTubers, streamers, content creators that are putting out videos like, I reached this level and here's how I feel about Diablo, or my first thoughts on Diablo, my honest opinions, whatever it may be. I have not watched those specifically because of this video, because I know that I'm going to be putting out similar content. I don't want their perspectives or their opinions to influence me at all. So everything that I'm saying is based entirely off of my own experiences, how I'm feeling. So if there are any similarities between, my video, somebody else's video, whatever it may be, if you see a lot of similarities across these, they're probably legitimate problems. Again, because I'm not just going out here echoing what other people are saying. This is how I genuinely feel. And number two, I really like Diablo 4 a lot. I want to just say that up front. This is not me taking a dig at the game or anything like that. I enjoy the game. I'm very sold on it. I'll be playing it for a long time. I'm excited for Season 1, but there are problems with it, so let's talk about them. Diablo 4 has a very specific age group, and you can see it across basically everything. When you're looking at comments across different social medias, different platforms, you see the similar demographic. When I'm looking at my videos and who's watching them, 25 to 50 is pretty much the age range for Diablo, which makes sense because it's been around for a long time. It's not super appealing to younger people. One of the most valuable things to people that are age 25 to 50 is time, whether it be full-time jobs, whether it be families, whether it be just the stresses of life. There's a lot of stuff going on between 25 and 50. We don't have time to necessarily sit down and play a game for 50 hours a week. The leveling process in Diablo right now is not appealing to the majority of 25 to 50-year-olds. It feels awful. They removed some of the best ways to farm experience, which I'm okay with. If they had a problem with those dungeons and wanted them removed, that's perfectly fine. I understand that, but you need to replace it with something. And we've been sitting here and waiting on these Nightmare Dungeon patches to come through to increase the experience on there. So right now, we are in a terrible time for leveling. Now, I expect this to change because I don't think people are going to be around for much longer. I know a lot of people that have quit at like level 60, 70. They're just burnt out. It's just like, why would I make another character right now? Why would I continue to level up? Season 1 is coming. There's no reason for me to play. So should we expect to see this change? Is this because there isn't a ton of endgame stuff right now because this is basically just a testing phase before Season 1 starts? Maybe. I don't know. When are we going to see the Nightmare Dungeon patches come through? When are we going to get increased experience for that? I don't know. And again, this is made significantly worse if you're a solo player, which I'm sure a lot of people are. If you are running around as a solo, leveling is so difficult. They made it significantly easier if you are in a group, with all the different experience bonuses and the fact that you get, shared experience across wherever you're at. You can just run dungeons. Everyone can run in a different direction. Everyone's sharing experience. It's so nice if you have a group. I don't think that the leveling is nearly as bad if you have like a reliable 3 or 4 stack that you can run around with and rip through content. It's significantly faster, and it feels extremely unbalanced for solo players. And that kind of leads me into the second part of this video, which is my other complaint, is that this game needs to find an identity. It needs to figure out what it is, because being just another Diablo title to me isn't enough. If the Diablo devs want to reward people for grouping up by giving them additional experience, I'm fine with that. But put things in the game that makes it easier for solos to find groups. There's absolutely zero looking for group mechanic. There's no global chat, so you can broadcast like, hey, I'm gonna be running this, or is anyone doing this? Trying to find a group. I'm this, looking for people. I'm in this level. I understand not everyone wants a global chat. Obviously give people the option to turn it off, but the fact that it doesn't exist at all is extremely weird in a game that rewards you for grouping. Where am I supposed to find people? I can sit in the middle of a major town and I can yell in local chat to the 6 guys walking around me, but that's about it, unless I'm trying to go to some forum and post up or join discords and do looking for group in there. It's just, these are systems that should be built into the game, in my opinion, if the game is going to reward people for grouping. So what is the identity here? Because it feels very much like a shared single-player experience, which is kind of weird, but also they want you to group up because you're rewarded for it, but they don't have tools or systems in place to help you find these groups. So it just feels very strange to me, and I'm hoping it's something that gets ironed out. I'm hoping it gets all balanced and figured out as time goes on. Again, I have a lot of faith in the development team. I have a lot of faith in the direction of this game. I think Season 1 is going to be really good. I think we're going to get some high-quality patches coming soon. I'm not worried about it, but right now these are real problems, and if they aren't addressed and if people aren't talking about them and the devs think that we're okay with this, or that, you know, no one cares or no one's noticing or it's not an issue, they won't do anything about it. So that's why these videos need to be made. It's not that I hate the game. It's not that I, you know, don't foresee a beautiful future for it. It's just that when there are issues, we need to be talking about them because we want them addressed, because we want to make the game better. Hopefully it gets fixed. We'll see what happens with the coming updates, coming patches. But for now, we just got to keep powering through, and hopefully our voices will be heard. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Have a great rest of your day. See you later.